One of the clearest signs that you both are thinking about each other is when sudden emotional waves hit you out of nowhere. You might be sitting in a quiet moment, maybe working, relaxing, or even scrolling your phone, and suddenly you feel an unexplained rush of emotion. It could be happiness, a strange calmness, or even a slight anxiety in your chest that doesn't match what's happening around you. This isn't random, it's often because your energy is connecting with hers at the exact same time. When two people share a strong mental and emotional bond, thoughts don't stay trapped in the mind. They radiate outward like signals. And if she's thinking about you deeply, you're going to feel it. This is why sometimes your mood shifts instantly. You weren't feeling romantic, but suddenly she crosses your mind with a strong pull, almost like a whisper, reminding you of her presence. That's not always coincidence. It's her thoughts reaching you and your emotions catching up to them. When two people are on the same wavelength, they create a subtle but undeniable energetic exchange. And this is why so many men report that when they're deeply connected to a woman, they'll get random waves of energy at the same time she later admits she was missing them or thinking about them. What makes this even more powerful is that you can't control it. You can't force those waves to come or go. They happen naturally, which is what makes them such a strong sign. Your body reacts to her thoughts, and her body reacts to yours. It's the invisible bond that goes deeper than words or actions. It's the emotional field you both share. And the stronger the connection, the more intense these emotional waves feel. This is why it's important to pay attention to those moments instead of brushing them off. If you suddenly feel a warmth in your heart, a spark of happiness, or even a strange sense of calm in the middle of chaos, it's worth considering that she's thinking of you at that exact moment. Energy doesn't lie. And when two people are locked into each other's minds, it shows up in ways that can't be explained by logic alone. When emotions strike without warning, it's often a reflection of the bond you both share and a sign that you're living in her thoughts just as much as she's living in yours. Another powerful sign that you both are thinking of each other is when random thoughts and memories of her surface in your mind without any clear trigger. You could be going about your day, busy with work or surrounded by people, and suddenly a very specific memory of her comes rushing in. Maybe the way she laughed at something small, the exact look she gave you during a meaningful moment, or even a random detail about a conversation you once had. It feels almost intrusive, like your brain just pulled her image out of nowhere. That's not coincidence. When two people share a strong connection, their thoughts can sync, and the memories that show up in your mind are often the same ones crossing her mind at that exact moment. It's different from normal remembering because it's not triggered by your environment. You didn't see someone who looked like her, you didn't hear her name, and nothing around you reminded you of her. Instead, it's like her presence just appeared in your mental space uninvited, almost like she placed it there. And often these moments line up with her thinking about you, replaying the same experiences, or even missing you silently. That's why so many people feel an uncanny sense of timing when they reconnect with someone. You might message her in that exact moment only to hear her say, "I was just thinking about you." That's because when thoughts are strong enough, they don't just stay in one mind, they echo, and the person who's most connected to you picks them up. The stronger the emotional bond, the more frequent and vivid these random memories become. When you notice this happening, it's not something to ignore. It's a sign that your energy is still linked even if you're apart. The subconscious doesn't let go easily of someone who occupies that much space in your heart and mind. So when these memories strike without reason, it's not just nostalgia. It's often proof that you're both on each other's minds in the same window of time. When random memories surface without explanation, it's one of the clearest signs that the connection is mutual and your thoughts are intertwined with hers. Another sign that reveals when you both are thinking about each other is through dreams. Dreams are powerful because they tap into the subconscious mind, where emotions and thoughts run deeper than the surface level. When someone is heavily on your mind or when you are deeply on theirs, it often shows up in dreams without you even realizing it. You may go to sleep with no intention of thinking about her, but suddenly she appears in your dream. Maybe you're having a conversation, spending time together, or reliving a memory you once shared. The dream feels so vivid that when you wake up, it lingers in your mind as if it actually happened. What makes this even more meaningful is when she also dreams of you. Two people who think of each other consistently can create a subconscious connection that manifests in the dream world. It's not just coincidence when both of you end up recalling each other in your dreams around the same time. It's a reflection of how strong the mental and emotional bond is. Your subconscious picks up on the energy, and in that space where logic doesn't interfere, the mind creates scenarios that connect you both. Dreams like these often feel different from regular ones. They're more detailed, more emotionally charged, and harder to forget. You may even wake up with a strong urge to reach out, only to find out later that she felt the same or had a similar dream about you. That's because when two people are aligned in thought and feeling, the subconscious creates a channel where those emotions meet. It's also important to notice how these dreams make you feel. If they leave you with a sense of closeness, longing, or even peace, it's because your subconscious is processing her presence in your life, just as hers is processing yours. It's not just a random firing of the brain. It's a reflection of real emotions that carry over into sleep. When she consistently shows up in your dreams and you in hers, it's one of the clearest signs that your thoughts are connected on a deeper level, even when you're both unaware of it in waking life. Another undeniable sign that you both are thinking about each other is the appearance of synchronicities and coincidences that seem too precise to ignore. These are the little moments where life almost feels like it's sending you a message. You might hear a song that instantly reminds you of her, and at that same time, she could be listening to it or thinking about you. You might notice repeating numbers like 1111 or 222, exactly when your mind drifts toward her. Or maybe you randomly cross paths in places neither of you expected to be. These aren't just random events. They often point to a shared energy and alignment between your thoughts and hers. When two people think about each other intensely, the universe has a way of reflecting it back through patterns. That's why you'll find yourself picking up your phone with the urge to call, only to see a message from her already waiting. Or you'll say something out loud and she'll echo the same thought as if you shared one mind. These coincidences feel magical, but they're actually the result of how deeply connected your energies are. Thoughts have weight, and when both of you are sending out similar energy, the world tends to create moments that highlight that connection. Synchronicities can also show up through small reminders in your environment. Maybe her favorite scent drifts through the air unexpectedly, or you see her name pop up repeatedly in different places without reason. These moments aren't about superstition, they're about awareness. When your mind is tied to hers, you're more in tune with the signs around you, and those signs often confirm that she's thinking about you just as much. The power of synchronicity is that it validates what you already feel. Deep down, you know when a connection is mutual, and these little coincidences serve as proof that you're not imagining it. They remind you that the bond between two people isn't just physical or verbal, it's energetic, and it shows up in ways logic can't always explain. When synchronicities and coincidences become frequent, it's often because your thoughts and hers are aligning in real time, creating moments that prove you're both on each other's minds. Another powerful sign that you both are thinking about each other is when you experience noticeable energy shifts in your daily life. You might be going through your normal routine, working, studying, or just relaxing, and suddenly feel a strong sense of her presence. almost as if she's right there with you, even though she's miles away. It can feel like someone entered the room without making a sound. That sudden awareness, that invisible pull, is often the result of her thoughts and energy reaching out to you at the exact moment you're thinking of her. Energy is not something you can see, but you can feel it. Have you ever had that sensation where you look around because you feel watched, only to find no one there? That same awareness can happen when two people are mentally connected. When she's thinking of you intensely, your energy field can pick up on it, creating a sudden shift in how you feel. It might show up as a wave of calmness, a sudden sense of warmth, or even restlessness when there's no reason to feel. These are subtle, but they are real signs that the connection runs deeper than just surface level attraction. And it often happens at unexpected times. Maybe you're in a crowded place and for no reason she pops into your mind so strongly that you feel as if she's standing nearby. Or maybe you're home alone and you feel her energy so intensely that it changes your mood instantly. These are moments when your internal state is reacting to her focus on you. The bond between two people can transmit energy in ways that science doesn't fully explain, but anyone who's experienced it knows it's real. Women often feel this too. She might be doing something simple like drinking coffee or driving, and suddenly you overwhelm her thoughts, changing her energy in that moment. That's why sometimes you'll find yourselves texting or calling at the same exact time, both feeling that invisible nudge, pushing you toward each other. When energy shifts like this become frequent, it's a strong indicator that your thoughts are intertwined and her presence exists in your life even when she's not physically around. One of the clearest signs that you both are thinking of each other is when dreams begin to align in unexpected ways. Dreams are powerful because they bypass the conscious mind and reach directly into the subconscious, the part of you that holds your deepest feelings and unspoken desires. When you start noticing her in your dreams, often, especially in situations that feel vivid or emotionally charged, it's not just coincidence. It usually reflects the energy and focus both of you are placing on each other, even when you're not fully aware of it during the day. Sometimes these dreams feel so real that you wake up with lingering emotions like happiness, longing, or even confusion about why she felt so present. What makes this even more powerful is when she shares that she has been dreaming of you as well. That overlap is not random. It happens because your subconscious minds are tuned into one another. It's as if your thoughts, your energy, and your emotions are creating a bridge strong enough to carry over into the dream world. Dreams also serve as a mirror to what is happening beneath the surface. Maybe you've been holding back your feelings or not communicating directly, but then she shows up in your dreams in a way that makes those hidden emotions come to light. At the same time, she might be experiencing the same thing on her end, seeing you in moments that symbolize closeness, attraction, or even situations you've never discussed. This shows that your connection isn't just limited to daily interactions, but extends to a deeper, almost spiritual level. Many people dismiss dreams as random, but when they repeat or carry a strong emotional charge, they are worth paying attention to. They can reflect that both of you are on each other's minds more often than you realize. Sometimes dreams can even predict real-life interactions, like you dreaming of her calling you and then receiving her message the next day. That synchronicity is a sign that your thoughts and hers are crossing paths in ways beyond explanation. When dreams become a shared space where both of you constantly appear, it's a clear indication that the bond is alive and active, no matter how far apart you might be.